Rodrigo, brother,
Hi, man.
thank you so much for being here today, brother.
Thank you for the invitation.
The whole point of these chats is that whoever watches it will maybe learn something that's new. Maybe we can start off by kind of talking a bit about where you're from.
Well, I'm from Peru in South America. I just came almost 2 months ago. My first time in Australia and in Melbourne. Just came for the MBA, for the study.
Okay. And how would you describe Peru comparison to Australia? What is Peru like?
It's pretty different. Well, Peru and the city where I'm from, Lima, the capital, it's really noisy, crowded, a lot of traffic, a lot of not regulated, or people don't follow in what the law says. For example, a lot of informal commerces, a lot of I'm not talking too much good about Peru, but it's what it is. It's like, I think it's like most of, from what I've learned here, compared to some Asian countries like India, of what I don't know, but I've been told about like the disorder kind of
Organized chaos in a way.
Organized, unorganized in some aspects, but different from here. Melbourne is really quiet. It's controlled. It's way, how can I say it? It doesn't have that wildness of the country or most cities of South America.
Okay. And Peru, they speak Spanish,
Yeah.
right? And they also have some interesting cultural festivals. Was one of them involving a guinea pig thing?
Yeah, it's not like a festival. It's like a tradition, you can say. Well, it's an Andean country. You have like the coast part, the part of the jungle, the Amazonian, and part of the how's it called? The Andes. And in that part specifically, they have a lot of these cultures that have like a religious background. The guinea pig, not specifically, but it's basically that it's like a game, like it's like a game where you have a lot of people in a circle, and the guinea pig is in the middle inside a box, and each one of the participants in the circle have like another box with a number, and they release a guinea pig, and it has to go through one of the boxes, and if it comes through your box, you win something. That's basically like lottery, but with a live animal.
So it's a bit superstitious as well. In a way, right?
Yeah. A lot of places in Peru is really suspicious.
Okay, superstitious.
Superstitious, sorry.
Suspicious. Yeah.
It's suspicious as well.
People with guinea pigs, that is very sus.
Yeah.
And also, you are very much the main thing that you are all about, as I also saw on your Instagram, is you're all about fitness.
Yeah.
You can maybe talk a bit about this journey, because my understanding is you also had a brand around fitness a little bit.
Yeah, I'm starting a clothing brand, sport related, and me myself I am into business, into fitness. Sorry, I have business in my mind.
Okay.
I'm into fitness.
What got you on the journey?
Well, all my life I was obese kid.
Yeah.
I'm always in, and up until 2022, I want to say, I was. I don't know how much is in foot. I'm 1 meter 71 centimeters, and I was weighing almost 95 kilos of just fat.
Oh, okay.
Not body mass at all. And I get into the gym like 10 years ago, but I've never been consistent. Just until 3 years ago that I really decided to get into it, and I went all out. I went dieting 24/7, gym 6 to almost 7 times a week. I started working also in the gym that I went to in sales, but before and after my working hour, I train. Also, I knew and I learned a lot of things in there about training, dieting, supplementation, training mechanics, training philosophies out from the trainers, from the staff, and I really like it. And I also, especially fitness, I'm into bodybuilding. It's a sports that really catch me because of it's one of the few sports that you get out what you put on, what you put in. So if you don't make the diet, if you don't make the effort to go to the gym, the training, the discipline, you are not getting anything back. So that's something that really was very attracted to me from that specific fitness industry.
And I guess you're saying you started off as someone who was overweight.
Yeah.
And then you transformed.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess that transformation must have been a process.
Yeah, it's been a process for many years because I went from fat to really thin, really slim. I started dieting, but like eating nothing at all, extreme diet, and doing only cardio. So I lose a lot of weight and I didn't gain any muscle. So it was like the opposite. I went from 93 kilos to 65 in 3 to 4 months.
Oh, that's rapid.
Yeah, but as I say, not muscle at all. And then my second transformation, you could say, I went again to fat because I start eating. I lose the fear to eat a lot, and healthy food, everything. And it was like this is what like my third transformation, when I'm like more comfortable. I know more about what I'm doing, what I should not do, and well, I think that now I can make the progress I couldn't 10 years ago, 5 years ago.
So you got the experience as well, right?
Yeah.
And I guess because it played such a big role in, I guess, also your confidence and stuff, fitness is a very big part of your life.
Yeah, whoever tell you that being in shape don't give you confidence, it's like, because it's nothing to be like from others. It just came from you. And what I talk a lot in, well, I do create some content fitness related, and I always talked about the difference between being motivated and having discipline. Because motivation is really important for a while, and in some aspects, in some parts of your fitness journey, it's necessary. But the thing that is going to determine if you make progress or not is discipline. And you can have discipline without being motivated, but you can have motivation and not being disciplined. It don't make the same changes in your life.
So like whether you're motivated or not, it doesn't matter. The discipline is what keeps you.
You have to. There are a lot of it's motivational, but a lot of content where you have like, I know, fitness influencers and bodybuilders tell you that discipline is making stuff that you hate to do as if you love it. It's if you are tired, if it's late and you haven't trained, if you want to eat out of your diet, the ability to restrain yourself and push through that and just do the things you have to do in order to achieve the goals that you have, that's discipline.
And I think I've also come across a famous quote. Do you know Jocko Willink?
I think it runs, but I don't know.
Okay. He's like a former US Marine, like army guy.
Okay.
He has a podcast and all, and he does a lot of jiu-jitsu, and he does a lot of
Okay.
life coaching as well. And he always says discipline equals freedom.
Yeah,
Do you agree with that?
I would agree with that, yeah. Because it appears that not, because some people, as I say, if you are like forcing yourself to do something, you may not feel free, but eventually it's going to give you the freedom to decide. It's a choice. You decide if you do it or not, but it's also a commitment, and once you are invested some part of your life in it, it became part of your life, and then it's freedom. It's kind of tricky to see it that way, but.
And I guess also you had a tremendous weight loss journey, right?
Yeah.
Do you think it was a sustainable way, or do you have, if you could do it again, would you have done something differently?
Well, from the beginning, yeah, I would definitely. My deal is that most of the population, when they want to lose weight, they go to a nutritionist, to a dietist. In my case, I did that, but I haven't the determination, that discipline to follow that diet. So eventually I decided, okay, I'm not gonna spend more money, more time into a nutritionist, and I'm going to learn myself. And through that process, I find myself enjoying the process itself, not the result, because the result is, you may have it or not, you may achieve it in 6 months, in 1 year, in 10 years, but the process, you have to enjoy the process to make it part of your life, and to make it easy on the way. Yeah.
And what's your current gym routine like? Is it structured, or is it?
Yeah, I now it's like how I feel too, but normally it's what's in fitness is called a push-pull legs split, which is one day you train push movement, which is chest, triceps, and shoulders. Another day you train pull, which is biceps and back, and a third day you train your legs. And you repeat that cycle of 3 days with 1 day of rest in the middle.
And what's your current fitness goal that you're setting yourself in?
Well, one thing that helped me a lot, not getting frustrated, is funny enough, not having a goal. I just start one day and say, let's see, where can I take this? Where this take me? And one day I just looked back and said, well, I do have some progress, so let's keep going. And that helps me not to look and say, I'm not where I don't want to be, or I'm not where my body is comfortable. I'm comfortable with my body. So not having a goal for me have worked a lot. But right now, it's not a goal, but it's a dream that someday I would like to compete in bodybuilding, natural bodybuilding, because enhanced bodybuilding is a lot world. Yeah, it's a different world completely, and you have to also have the genetics for it. But yeah, I would like to someday compete. I'm not preparing for it or nothing like that. I'm just enjoying the process and see where it gets me.
That's beautiful. And I thought we could also just touch up on your personal venture. You know, I did see, I think on LinkedIn, there was a bit of something about some personal business you started.
Yeah.
And maybe you can talk a little bit about that, because I think entrepreneurship is fantastic, especially when young people are doing it, and it's in line with something they're interested in. So maybe talk about that.
Young people, I don't know about that. I'm almost 30, almost. But yeah, it's a clothing brand back in Peru. It's sports and urban focused. The story behind it, it's pretty simple. It's I always wanted to do a clothing brand, just because I don't know, I want to having my own clothes to say, you know what, this is mine, or something like that. It happens that something unfortunately happened to my father, that makes me take that idea and turn it into something with value. And my brand is focused on, how can I say it? It's like not giving up, stand up whenever you're on the floor, or when life put you in a situation where you think that you have hit rock bottom. Being able to stand up, to look forward, to move forward, and that regardless of anything that it's in your mind,
Like when
you have
life
to
knocks you down, you get back up.
Yeah, essentially, like that famous quote from Rocky is that no one is gonna hit you as hard as life, but you have to keep moving forward. That's basically the essence of the brand.
Okay. And your brand, you sell t-shirts? Is it still something
Right
you
now
sell?
it's just t-shirts. I just have 3 models right now. But in the future it's gonna go more, not only in the sports, but only to urban designs. The 3 t-shirts that I have right now are just like, it's called pump covers. It's just like the clothes you have when you go into the gym, but you have not pumped enough yet, so you are not big enough.
Or like a hoodie?
Kind of, but in a t-shirt, in an oversized t-shirt.
Oh, okay.
So you get with it, and underneath you have like your tank top, and whenever you're comfortable, you take it off, and now you're.
And what was the biggest struggle with starting this venture? I'm sure it's not easy. There's a lot of logistics. You have to register for tax and.
Yeah, and the problem is that I'm doing it all by myself, with support from my parents, from my sister, from my fiance, but just I'm the company. I'm the business. So I have not, and in being here especially, I have to delegate some stuff over the course of I don't know, if I need to take some photographs, or I need someone to move the stock from the factory to my house, that is the warehouse. I have to deal with all of that by myself. But it's a challenge. It's maybe, I don't know, if I had more help, if I had more structure, more infrastructure to deal with that kind of stuff. But it's enjoyable. It's a journey.
And for anyone that's interested in maybe checking out your t-shirts, where can they go?
Just for now in Instagram, it's called FUPA, FUPA. It's a really small brand. I barely have content about it. But yeah, you can see there some of the models.
Awesome. Then we'll cap it at that. But actually, before we end, at the very end, I do like to ask like a question of everyone, and that is like, if you have any piece of advice for someone that's watching, what would it be? Any general piece of advice?
Well, I do have some advices. Almost 30 years of life get you some wisdom, some knowledge. But if I have to say one, definitely would be the one that I preach with my brand. That is, life is gonna make you miserable. It's gonna make you feel bad. It's gonna make you feel lots of negative feelings, but you have to have the willingness, the determination to realize that life only goes forward, and if you don't go with it, you're gonna stay back, and you're gonna lose so much opportunities, so much possibilities to be happy.
That's beautiful. That's a very beautiful way you've articulated it, and I think very sound and useful advice. And for anyone that wants to find you on social media,
that's more complicated because all my content is pretty much in Spanish. Okay. But for anyone that wants to check it out, it's on Instagram, Monty Fit Life. Monty, it's Monty, like the Monty Burns from The Simpsons. And yeah, go check it out. A lot of content, motivational related, fitness related, some in Spanish, few in English, but yeah, you can check it out.
And I think what I'll do is I'll maybe put the link in the comments below or in the caption about your brand, and if they want to get to know you.
Will do.
Thanks so much for being here.
Thanks, man.